Hey guys, I keep wondering why I keep making these videos, but I've been getting good feedback and it seems to be helping people, so I'm gonna keep making them until someone tells me to shut up. But it's basically yesterday was 3 weeks since my second surgery. In 2 days, it'll be 4 weeks since my original surgery. Uh, and I've been having a few problems the last couple of days. So again, it never seems to be good news, does it? I never come on here and go, hey guys, I'm feeling great, everything's healing, and I'm wonderful. Even though I really want to, it isn't working out that way for me, which sucks, really. So here's basically where I'm at. In my last video, I talked about this giant hole that had opened up along my incision under my right breast, and in the last couple of days, I've had two more holes open up. So as you can imagine, the underside of my breast really does not look good. There's just kind of like there's four holes altogether now, four holes, and it just goes along the underneath of my breast, and it's disheartening. It's really horrifying to look in the mirror and see that. On top of that, my left breast, where the drain was, I've had no problems with my left breast throughout this whole thing. I'm also getting sick. You can probably hear it. I haven't had any problems with my left breast thus far, but in the last couple of days, it's been where the drain hole is, it's been a little bit sore, and it's been kind of slightly, like a tiny bit of blood's been coming out, so I don't know if I've just aggravated it or something, but that's kind of annoying. But it's the right breast, as usual, that's causing me the problems. So these holes have opened up. Again, the one of them started really small, just like the other one, like the size of a pencil eraser, if not smaller than that. And after a few hours, it had opened up again. It isn't nearly as big as the first hole, but it's still pretty big. It's probably about the size of my pinky finger now, around. So it's not pleasant to look at. I don't think I'm gonna pack it because, one, the doctor hasn't told me to do so, and two, it's not that big, so I don't necessarily think that packing it's going to be the right thing. I'm hoping that they will heal faster than the big one. I have been continuing with the packing with gauze in this breast, in this big hole, and I can't tell you I've seen a huge amount of improvement. I thought I was seeing improvement for a couple of days, and even my husband said, oh, I don't think we're going to have to pack it much longer because it seems to be, getting smaller, and I was like, great. But then yesterday, the day before yesterday, I wasn't feeling so good. Surprise, surprise. And then yesterday, I ended up with a fever. It got up to 101 again, and I seem to be suffering from a really bad stomach flu. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I have a really, really, really upset stomach. I threw up a couple times. I have a fever, and it's just been one thing after another, just not feeling good. So basically, we're dealing with that. And then last night, I was in bed, and I talked about this before. Before this big hole opened up, I have felt this sloshing sound in my right breast, and it felt like there was liquid in there, and when I pushed on it, a bunch came out. Well, this happened again last night. I was laying in bed, and I was reading my book, and I had my hand near my breast, and I moved it, and I felt like this squelchy feeling, and I heard this squelchy noise, and so I knew that it was full of liquid again, which obviously is not a good thing at this point. And so I kind of pressed the tiniest bit, and again, it just kind of gushed out. And some of it gushed out from the big hole, some of it gushed out from the other hole, some of it just kind of oozed. So I had to go get my husband. He helped me. We took everything off, rebandaged it. It was just kind of leaking out as we changed the bandages. It was just running down my stomach. So I cleaned it up a little. We put more bandages on, and today, again, you can feel it. It's full of some form of liquid. So I've contacted my doctor's office. Hopefully they'll get back to me soon because this isn't right. And from everything that I've looked up, this shouldn't be happening this far out of surgery. It's normal in the first week to be getting this fluid buildup, but fluid at this point just isn't something that should be happening. It may mean that I need to go in and have it aspirated, which is where they stick a needle in and pull the liquid out. at this point, I'm actually hoping for that because it's getting really disheartening just feeling it oozing out of me constantly. And then every so often, like 2 or 3 times a day, it just gushes. And it's still full. Like my breast is very hard to touch, very sore. It's not painful so much as it's just tender. And underneath where all these openings are, they don't hurt so much either unless I move the wrong way and it kind of stretches it and then it feels like it's opening a little more. And it's just all overwhelming. And I don't even know what to say about it anymore. I feel like all I do is complain. I have been, like I said, it's going on 4 weeks since the original surgery, and just everything that I could update is all negative. Every single time I start to feel like things are improving the smallest bit, like the next time I go to the bathroom to change my bandages, something new has happened. So I'm just at my wit's end. Last night, my husband was supposed to have a business trip this week. He goes away once a quarter. He's, an important person in his company. And for the first time ever, I had to beg him not to go. I couldn't cope with the idea of being without him, having to take care of our 3 kids by myself, when I can barely move. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I can move. I have good range of motion. Look, I can, this arm's fine. This arm I can raise pretty well, almost straight up. I can move along. I can bend now without too much pain. I do hold my right breast if I bend over because with all these holes underneath, I keep having this terrifying thought that the boob's just going to come apart and fall off, which is ridiculous, but that's where I'm driven to. This is what's going through my mind now because it's just, this whole thing is just so crazy. And so anyway, he was meant to go away he had even cut his trip as short as humanly possible because our youngest son's birthday is on Thursday. He's turning a year old. And originally my husband was meant to be away all week, and he actually cut the short down to the shortest possible time. So he was going to be leaving Sunday night and coming back Tuesday night. And that was already like a big thing his company wasn't happy about. And last night, it was about 2 hours from the time he was meant to leave for the airport. And I just broke down and I just told him, I can't do this. I can't be left on my own. There's a lot of things I can do, but there's so many more I can't do. And I was so scared of, especially with the stomach flu that I have, and my temperature going up, I just started really freaking out and thinking that, what happens if I injure myself more, and what happens if I get infected again, what happens if the worst happens and he's not here and I'm alone with our kids. I don't want them having to worry. And there's nobody around that we can count on. Everybody that we know, all our friends, all our family work full time, and they can't be rushing around to come and take care of me and take care of the kids. It's not fair. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cry, but this has been really overwhelming. And so I'm just at my wit's end with the whole thing. I really just want it to be done. I really just want to heal. And I don't know how long this is going to take. I have been reading horror stories from other people who have taken months and in some cases, a year and a half to heal. I've seen photos that would turn your stomach of some of these wounds that have opened up in my fellow patients, and it terrifies me to think that this could be ongoing for a long time. I just want it to be done, and I'm grateful that I live in a country where I was able to get this surgery quickly, have it done by someone who knows what they're doing, but at the end of the day, I don't think it was necessarily the best thing I could have done. I feel like maybe I should have waited longer, chose another time, or something, or just not had it and dealt with the pain. Because right now, I don't know, this is hard, and I wouldn't wish this on anyone. And I know that I am in the minority, that most people they heal a lot better, that they don't have these issues. And I should have known because I've had issues in the past with other surgeries. I've had a lot of health issues. Anytime my body's put through any stress, I tend to not recover well. And I knew this going in, and it wasn't something I put too much thought into, but I should have. And I should have made my doctor aware of my issues, that I heal badly at times and that I have issues with these things, but it just didn't occur to me. It honestly didn't. I never in a million years thought I would be going through all of this. And so right now, like I said, I'm waiting for my doctor's office to call back. Hopefully they will tell me to come in and they will fix all the fluid buildup, and then we'll go from there, because these holes in me are not going to heal if there's liquid constantly coming out and if there's a buildup, and if my breast is all swollen from all the fluid. It's just pulling on the holes, making them larger. So we need to get that sorted, I think, as a first priority. I can't do it. There's nothing I can do, so I need my doctor to step up, and hopefully they will. But for now, I wanted to update again, just to update and just to let people who are following along know what I'm going through and know what's happening. And I do want to genuinely thank everyone for the kind words that you've sent my way. I've gotten a lot of private messages. I've got a lot of people getting in touch and just telling me that they're thinking of me and that they wish me well, and I appreciate that so much. That really does mean a lot, and it does help. And like I said, I hope that these videos are helping and that they will make you think of things. If you are leaning towards surgery, I think it is a good surgery, and I don't want you to be scared by what I'm going through, but I wish that I had seen videos like this that could prepare me for some of these things, because I just think I did a general lack of research before having the surgery. I thought I knew everything there was to know, and I wasn't worried. And I think it's important to know what could go wrong, just so that you are prepared. And, they say hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And by no means am I going through the worst. I've seen people in much worse straits than I am. But I do feel like I'm going through a lot, and it's not pleasant. So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. I'm going to stop babbling now, and I'll update again maybe in a week, or unless something big happens in the meantime. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.